Welcome back to SBS Live this week. I'm your host, Jared SBS. We are back here with a fantastic start to our 2014. It's been awesome so far. Episodes with Blackout Lights and Closer have been a tremendous success, and we're looking to continue that right here into this episode with Swami Lushbeard. That's right. I mean, awesome, right? You gotta love that name, and I do. And even better than that, I love these people. They're great, great guys, and you'll see that here in the interview today. We'll talk to Don, we'll talk to Ian, we'll talk to Matt, and we'll talk to Dre, and absolutely have a riot with these guys. If you watched the previews through the Closer episodes, or you've been following my blog at sleepingbagstudios.ca, then you'll know that today's interview is a video interview. And I love those because they hand the creative process over to the artist or the band in question. And we've seen success in that before in the past on the show through Cinged or through Man-Made Lake. I want to say Swami Lushbeard has taken this idea and absolutely brought the vision to life. You'll see it from what they've shot on their side of the internet over there in Los Angeles. They have put together some tremendous, tremendous footage, edited it all on their own side. Everything you'll see with Swami Lushbeard is all Swami Lushbeard, and they've done an awesome job. Again, just really, really highlighted what you can do with this creative process when it comes to the video interview style. Just incredible. Now, throughout this episode of Swami Lushbeard, we will cover all kinds of topics, from the light topics to the dark and heavy topics to the just plain fun. But for this particular part, we'll stick to the basics. We'll get to know Swami Lushbeard. We'll see how I met them to begin with, where it all kind of started, through the initial review of their EP, A Burning Desire, as well as show you two brand new ones. We're going to show you a review on the Hawthorns, as well as a review on Utuvis. I love that name. And music, of course, we'll have music. We've got music from Swami Lushbeard, as well as music from the Blue Collar Conglomeration. There's a ton to get to. Let's get to this SBS Live this week with Swami Lushbeard. Well, we all know that this isn't going to be a normal episode of SBS Live this week. I better get ready for this. A little beard oil should help. You know why that is, of course, right? We've got Swami Lushbeard here with us on SBS Live this week. My beard has got to be looking its best. There we go. We get that in the full shot? Close enough, anyway. We can't keep it normal, not for Swami Lushbeard. We got to make sure that we mix it up a little bit and do things a little bit differently. So we'll do that. We'll bend space and time. We use our little green box friend, kind of mix up the sound a little bit. Here's part of the soundtrack for you. It'll go through and it'll carry on throughout the entire episode. Why? Because we're weird like that. But how weird does it get for you, Swami Lushbeard? Give us an introduction to you and the band. Let's hear from Don, Matt, Andre, and Ian, and let's find out all about you guys and what Swami Lushbeard is all about, like we'd never met you before.
Hey Jared, thanks for having us on. My name's Matt. I play the keyboards with the band.
I'm Ian. I play the drums in the band.
I'm Dre. I play bass.
Hi, my name's Don. I play guitar and I sing, and we're Swami Lushbeard. Welcome to Swami Lushbeard Studios, or as we lovingly refer to it as the Palace.
Yeah, it's very
Beautiful
nice.
place.
Cozy place.
This is our home away from home, away from home, away from home.
That's right.
It's very lush.
It's good.
Lush.
Yes. So, nice beard, Jared. Nice,
Love the
nice
beard.
beard.
Yeah,
We were wondering
it's
if we could borrow it for our next show.
Yeah.
You know, I think it looked good on. Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe it's
so-
big enough and lush enough for all of us to wear it once.
Maybe
were
we can
thinking.
clone it.
Much like Swami Lushbeard, we think is big enough and lush enough to like encompass, many more things than just what you see. Swami Lushbeard's more about a mask, about like what you want to show the world and what you weave into it, and so and being a master of that. Maybe you'll find out a little bit more about that through the interview. So thanks for having us. Hello, Sleeping Bag Studios. Hello, Great White North, and everybody else in between.
Love us, like
Yeah.
us, follow us.
Alright, let's do this album review thing. I want to talk about Swami Lushbeard. As you know, I'm excited, beyond excited. I've grown extra hairs waiting to talk about this band. Swami Lushbeard, a four-piece band, put out this EP called A Burning Desire. It's a 3-track EP that was sent to us, and we have digested and eaten and listened to again, and come to the conclusion that one of the best parts about this 3-track unit from this band is really the accessibility of it all. And what I mean by that is whether or not you're a classic rock fan, you're an indie rock fan, you're an alternative rock fan of the late 90s, or just a straight-ahead rock fan, progressive rock. There's elements of all of these different styles within the EP from Swami Lushbeard, and it's definitely worth checking out. Lead vocalist and guitar player Don Sprules has written some excellent songs along with these other guys. You've got Danny on the keys, who absolutely represents, just a great dimension of sound for this band. And you can hear that on tracks like My Best Thinking or The Bottom. Same thing with Ian. You can hear the drums on something like My Best Thinking, or even the very first track, Stay Lost, which is just an absolute pounding tribal beat mixed in with these melodic guitar parts. So it's definitely something that has something for everybody. And if you're looking for like pop stardom, I mean, chances are you're not watching the show to begin with. For the most part, we deal in rock, and though we encourage all genres, we've yet to see the pop superstar walk in here. So you get more of the bearded, the Swami Lushbearded, the Swami Lushbeard in this kind of studio. So again, is the EP worth listening to? Completely. It takes you on a musical journey that really kind of explores all the dimensions and all the avenues that are in rock, but they bring it in a way that unites them, and that's what makes them new, and that's what keeps the sound current. Because at first I identified with sounds that sounded to me like the vocals of Incubus or the harmonies of something like Alice in Chains, but musically mixed in with, alternative meets like Dream Theater-ish kind of Marillion progressive rock kind of stuff. There's a lot of dimension of sound, a lot of levels, a lot of layers, and definitely a lot of parts and complex pieces within each track. So if you're looking for something that's going to keep you listening, if you're looking for something that's going to keep you interested, these 3 tracks will do it. It's absolutely short, sweet, and worth the repeat. That's said simply. That's just the way it is. Swami Lushbeard have put together an EP with a burning desire that is absolutely worth going and checking out. So I fully recommend you do that the minute you can. And one thing that'll never be taken away from this band in any way is their ability to innovate, their invention in each song, their ability to comprise these magnificent and grand scale parts alongside minimalist guitar sometimes, sometimes very simple keys, but the bottom line being they get big sounds right nestled up against very kind of melodic stuff, creating a contrast that is absolutely perfect to the ear. It's something that, again, it keeps it fresh, it keeps it interesting, it keeps me wanting to listen, and I'm sure it'll work the same for you. Now, do I have a complaint? Yes, I've got a complaint. 3 songs. Of course I've got a complaint. I've got 3 songs. I have three Swami Lushbeard tracks. This beard warrants more than 3 tracks. And when you listen to this EP, you're going to definitely agree that you're going to want more of what you hear. And the reason why, again, is because they're going to lead you down this path musically that's going to make you want to listen to more. And if you can't get a 4th track for now, you'll probably do the same thing I did, which is just press play again and hit those 3 up one more time. Go and support them at facebook.com/Swami Lushbeard and of course SwamiLushbeard.com. I mean, you've got it bookmarked, right? Bearded faces everywhere unite. Check this album out. If you check out our page at supernova.com/sleepingbagstudios, there in the video section you will find SBS but no BS Part 5, which actually featured this video that we're going to show you right now from Swami Lushbeard. This video is called Every Inch. SBS but no BS Part 5 was our most successful episode ever, and this is a part of the reason why. This is Swami Lushbeard on SBS Live this week.
Touch you won't push me away if you come back to me and you'd stay. How do you think I'd feel? There's a party if you'd steal everything I've given away if you come back to me and you'd stay. You'd stay. Everything looks better looking up from on the floor. Can't shake this feeling, I keep coming back for more. It's getting harder, acting like I never know. I'm holding on to every inch that I let go. to me and you'd stay. I don't know you will or will you won't take me back and make me pay. You'll come back to me and you'd stay.
For those that didn't catch it at the homepage, sleepingbagstudios.ca, we reviewed the EP by Swami Lushbeard, A Burning Desire. This 3-track EP was solid. We had lots to say about it. We've talked about it on the show before. And I guess what I want to know from you guys is, since that point, how's the feedback been overall on the EP? What have you started to learn that the public reaction to your music has been? And with what they're saying, is that going to help shape or form the music of Swami Lushbeard in the future? Does it factor in at all? Or is that not a place for the court of public opinion? And the musical direction of Swami Lushbeard and the future of it is decided by you guys.
You know, Jared, when I first heard the question, like even right now, when we just listened to it, and you talk about, will the feedback we're getting inform us or help shape the music, like the court of public opinion. My first reaction to that is like, no fucking way, right? I'm gonna do what I want. But when I think about it, like I just did now, people, and the feedback kind of does, because we're sort of writing about our life, our experiences. At least I am. I'm writing about like how I feel and how I think and what happened, and so a lot of that's based off of feedback I get from other people indirectly. So like my experiences come through the music, and then these guys can help me exactly, and like and then in a very
Like I'd say, well, you lyrically, I mean,
Yeah.
you come up with music, and then like for us, I mean, we have to interpretate that, the emotion of that.
Exactly. So then that adds to the experience. So actually, it does. And as much as I would maybe not like to admit it, there is some influence.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Personal, yeah.
It is fucking crazy.
No, it is.
We're crazy.
That's where it gets freaking crazy.
We're nutty.
No, but it is like like when you. My first reaction is always to be defensive. Like this is my experience.
Right.
I'm presenting it in the way that I want you to hear it, but you can't control that. You can't control shit like that. So,
Well, it's like you have your story that you're telling. It's your lyrics and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I approach that is basically, it's like writing a soundtrack. It's like coming up with the feeling for the lyrics, and the story that they're telling.
we sent the record out to like a bunch of different blogs and not unlike yourself, Sleeping Bag Studios, and the reviews were great. They were stellar. Like I didn't even expect it. I was a little apprehensive, but I think there's a big, shift from our last record because we've been playing together for a while longer, and we're sort of like gelling much more. And I think you can do
came
that.
together
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It was amazing how,
Yeah.
normally you have to suffer through some of these things because some of
Long
them are
periods of
fairly
time.
complex, the changes and such.
Yeah, they're simple.
Well,
They
okay,
can-
then
they're-
I was
they're
the
supposed
one
to be
that
simple.
struggled.
They're
But
supposed to be simple.
It came around.
Yeah.
It takes time sometimes to get on the same page, but
Yeah, well, and speaking of that, Matt probably has the most difficult job of all because he's joined the band after, we recorded that. And so he's sort of like coming into this a little bit late, and it just shows like his skills, because he's able to pick it up like as if he did play it, in the studio. And it's been great,
done a fine
to
job.
see that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been
I think the hat
it's been a fun
probably
job.
helps.
Yeah, it might be the hat.
And maybe the new glasses,
Yeah.
because once you see the work
Yeah.
in the glasses, you never see it the same.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is,
Real
it
stuff.
definitely was a challenge, I mean, Danny had his style, that was his, and trying to come in and get a little feel of that going on, and then adding a little of myself to it in kind of a transition. It was really, I wanted to be able to do as good as I can to represent at least what he was doing. so that there's still him there with those songs, So that was
Yeah, he'll always be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about some dark electronic music. Let's talk about Udavis. That's right. Take a look at this word. Where is it? There. Okay. That is actually pronounced Udavis. And this guy is absolutely making some awesome music. Udavis comes to us from Florida. I've said it many times. I'm not sure what they're putting in the water in Florida, but we have found multiple talented artists that seem to come from that region. And whatever it is you're doing over there in Florida, we suggest you keep it going because you're making amazing things. And again, Udavis is every proof that is still continuing right to this moment. Udavis has just put out a brand new album, Pathogenic Symphonic. And this thing is a consistent entity. It's a beast all unto itself. As far as electronic music goes, it's not the kind of thing that's going to fade into the background and get lost over time while you go and stock the fridge or do something else that's important, or even watch a show over top of the music. It's not like that. Udavis will keep and hold your attention because the music is intense, but even more so, there's emotion to match it. It's like those two qualities try to outdo each other over time, but the result is fantastic. And the result, overall, is a completely consistent album, Pathogenic Symphonic. And I fully recommend, if you're an electronic fan, if you like bands like Orbital that are really dark, or if you're a fan of chops, like what you can see through BT's music, just amazing, sick editing. Udavis has got that, and he's got a lot working for him in terms of depth of sound, creating big songs. Well, in fact, that song that you can hear in the background right now, that's the first song that I actually listened to. It's a song called Dreaming, and it gave me every indication that Udavis was definitely on the right track. If you check out the website at udavis.com, you'll find an extremely well put together website that offers a very large amount of insight into the character behind Udavis that brings life to these songs. There's a heavy commitment to that combination of art and music, which we're big fans of and we love here at Sleeping Bag Studios. And you can hear that again on Pathogenic Symphonic. That is a prevalent aspect of that album in every way. As far as electronic music goes, this isn't something that you're going to typically hear. The combinations of sound can range from classical pieces to raging electro, driving beats, and vocal experimentation. All of which come together in this fantastic way that only Udavis so far as I can see, has been able to figure out and put together in just this style. So although we could cite references like Big Black Delta or BT or Orbital, Udavis is still doing a unique thing here. And that unique thing translates so well over audio that it's just something you gotta listen to and believe for yourself. Over 8 tracks, stellar things like, again, Dreaming in the background here, or True Power I mentioned at the written review you can find at sleepingbagstudios.ca. There is a tremendous amount to like about this album, especially production, the way it's put together, and the timing, and the wheres, and the whens of how things happen on the Udavis album are just astounding. You've got to check it out for yourself, and I fully recommend you do. Or better yet, just stick around to the end of the show. I'll have a link for you.
SBS.
That review did, however, lead me to your video for Breaking the Law, which somehow during my research for your EP, A Burning Desire, I know the track's not on it, but usually I'm paying attention. I got my eyes open. I must have had tunnel vision. Or I couldn't stop listening to your EP, and that might have been the case. In fact, I think it was. But I love this version, and that's true. I'm not a Judas Priest fan. So to pull that off, I think, is always a great compliment to songwriting in itself. But when I'm thinking about covering a song, I mean, people only get so many chances to be able to do something like that. And you've got to choose carefully. So I'm wondering what other songs might have been considered before you ended up choosing this one. Actually, yeah, let's just back that whole thing up. I want to talk about everything. What did you consider when you were recording this track? Because choosing a cover song is one thing, but choosing an iconic classic song like Breaking the Law that everybody kind of knows, that's another.
Well, see, what did we consider before we did that? We were playing a bunch of acoustic shows. Sometimes it's easier to get us all, or like some of us in a room, and get out and play here and there. And so acoustically, we were able to do that. And we were just playing around rehearsal one night, and then I just stumbled upon that A minor chord, and it's almost like that Wanderer song, but
Yeah.
But anyway, Breaking the Law just like sort of happened. We just actually like simultaneously played it, and we had a blast. I think that's why we actually wound up recording it. Because we had fun doing it, and it was almost a shock for some people when we started playing it. People didn't know what it was. They were like, you could see people in the audience going, "What? Do I know this song?" And then all of a sudden we get to the chorus, and
you start singing the lyrics, and everybody's like, "Whoa!"
But we wanted to, add something a little bit more special to the Acoustic Sessions EP. We went back and we did acoustic versions of 6 songs from the Who You Were record, and so we thought we'd throw on some cover songs. We actually recorded Nutshell
By Alice in Chains.
Yeah, which has never been heard.
Yes, we haven't
Never released it.
Never released it.
I don't think we're ever going.
Well,
If I can't be my own, I'll feel better dead.
personally, I would love to release it. It sounds phenomenal, and to be honest with you, I played it for a few friends of mine.
What?
A few friends. I didn't put it out there.
No,
I didn't put it.
No one can hear it, dude.
I didn't. I just said, I put it out there just to say, what do you think of this? And their feedback response was like, this is fucking awesome. Only because I just wanted to see what they, I didn't tell
know it was us.
Yeah, I didn't tell
See,
anybody
they liked it
who
because it
was.
wasn't us. That's
I didn't tell them who it was or
Yeah.
who did it until after they listened to it.
Yeah.
And the response was like through the roof. So, I mean,
Well,
honestly, I like that song.
right, but back to Breaking
And
the Law.
Breaking the Law too, as well.
Yeah, I mean, like when people heard that, like, they're like, you gotta put that out, you gotta make a video of it. That's why if you see the video on YouTube, we'll send you a link.
Great.
Yeah.
We had
fun
a
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like full on. We had a
Yes.
whole camera crew, we had a director, we had a DP, our friend Hopper, who shoots everything. He was involved, and
It's a lot of fun. to
yeah,
do.
it was like being on a movie set.
Yeah.
It really was. I wish Matt was there for that. It was
Even
really
the
cool.
crew,
nothing to
even
say
the
about
crew
it.
enjoyed it too. They were
Yeah,
getting
it was
into
really fun.
the music. Yeah.
So, I mean, is it beneficial? Of course it is, because, like more people have seen that or heard that than probably any of our other stuff. And we're hoping that, okay, here's the thing. So it's so different than our normal songs or
yeah.
regular songs. That could be too much contrast for people maybe sometimes, but, I just think that since it is an iconic song and everybody practically has heard it, I think it's more of a, the door opening than the door closing on it.
Exactly.
I think we're hoping to like bridge that,
But
gap.
also, what it shows is the fact that Swami Lushbeard is a jack of all trades. We do it all. We can do it all. We can play jazz. We can play funk. We can play rock. We can play some classical if we wanted to.
It was during the Occupy
LA.
Oh, well, yeah, we
and
did
it
that.
kind of blended into how the feeling was in the country about people being left behind, and maybe the few being given more things than the many need. So it blended in quite well with the times.
Yeah, Ian actually was responsible for the second version of the video. If you go in there's two versions. There's an Occupy LA version where Ian was down City Hall and he took all these pictures and they were all great.
A lot of good signs.
Yeah,
And so we used the song with the pictures that he took. And,
Yeah.
And the fact that the lyrics, kind of go well with that. I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
so breaking the law when you should, and
Yeah.
Occupy LA just followed us on Twitter, so welcome Occupy LA.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Breaking the law, 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 breaking the law.
Well, if there's one thing you can be certain of, it absolutely looks like breaking the law is a lot of fun. So we will show you that version of the Occupy movement twist on the Breaking the Law video by Swami Lushbeard later on throughout the different parts of the episode. But for now, let's take a look at Swami Lushbeard and having their own problems breaking the law on SBS Live this week.
Florida, 56 at this time. 9 Henry K. 9 Henry, 198 from Bellevue. What do you got? Henry 10-4. A fast lot from the number 60 First Avenue. 60 First Avenue. See the complaint in apartment 18, C like in Charlie.
There I was completely wasted, out of work in town. All inside, it's so frustrating as I drift to town to town. I feel as though nobody cares if I live or die. So I might as well begin to get some action in my life. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Breaking the law, 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 breaking the law. So much for a golden future, I can't even start. I've had every promise broken, there's anger in my heart. You don't know what it's like, you don't have a clue. And if you did, you'd find yourself doing the same things too. Breaking the law, 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 breaking
Another interruption? I kind of almost have to apologize to Swami Lushbeard on this one. I'm taking over their episode and yakking way too much, but there's a reason. There's actually a couple of reasons, really. First being that Swami Lushbeard as a band, as people, they're cool. They get it. They know what we're trying to do out there, and what we do best is certainly connecting you to each other and helping unite this scene. They do their work on their end. So, I mean, I'm assuming they'd be cool with it if I interrupt at least one more time here. And, I mean, the second reason is that I want to talk about the Hawthorns. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, Swami Lushbeard, they'll be cool with it. They'd love these guys. And what's not to like? The Hawthorns have just released their debut CD called More Than Eyes Can See. And they've come out of the gate sounding like a band with a long history and tenure. They play together like they've been together for years. This band of four from Charlotte, North Carolina, consisting of Mike Prescott on guitars, Walter Charles on vocals, you've got Chris Freeman on bass, and Rob Bowser on drums. Each one of these players brings an absolute intense passion and skill to their instrument of choice, and brings it to the band in such a way that it just sounds so effortless. It sounds so well put together, yet so right. I mean, you can hear in their music just how right this decision to come together as a band and become the Hawthorns really is. It sounds like fun. It sounds like they're having fun. And, I mean, that's going to translate to you when you're listening. And how awesome is that, right? What I didn't mention in the written review that just dropped down today at sleepingbagstudios.ca, reviewing the new album by the Hawthorns, More Than Eyes Can See, is that what I love the most about the Hawthorns overall is that this is a band that sounds like a band. Everything that they're doing together sounds like it's meant to be together, and they do that through the use of space more than anything else. You can hear that right now in the background track. That's the Hawthorns. This is a song called Drums of War. It's actually the epic ending to their debut CD, and it's tracks just like this one that make me highly suspect that the Hawthorns would be an incredible band to see on a live stage. I have a feeling they take these songs that sound very jam-like and really jam them out live. I bet you they just take on a full-on new life, and that's very cool. But what is cool is what's recorded as well. And the Hawthorns have put together 8 songs, a full-length CD that is concise, it's consistent, and going back to that reference to the use of space, you can find that from every single one of the players, including Walter Charles using his voice. All of them know when to give the other players in the band that respect they deserve, that ability to really own their part and own that moment. So you'll find that all over the CD, just that really tremendous gift. You guys should all want that. Every band out there should want that ability to be able to have their own identity still presented within their band and have it highlighted for a moment because the other band members are cool with it and they get it. In the written review at sleepingbagstudios.ca, you'll find I also talked about Walter Charles quite a bit, vocalist for the Hawthorns, and the freedom that he gets in his music that's afforded to him by this incredible band. He tries all kinds of different styles, and he pulls off a lot of different techniques and different ways to approach a song. And the only way that you can do that as a vocalist is to get that freedom from your band. You have to have that band that says, you know what, just run with it, try it, see if it works. And you know what, amazing things come out of those moments. So again, if you're a vocalist out there and you don't have that in your band, go get that in your band. You should want that. And the Hawthorns have that. I mentioned that it had that jam style feel to it. It does, but it doesn't sound like it was recorded out there in the shed with somebody's old rusty cassette deck. These these guys are pro all the way through. Musically, throughout this debut EP, you'll find styles that range from extremes like 07 all the way over to Living Color. That's a pretty amazing range and variety that could be put into 8 songs, but they pull it off, and that's a really cool aspect of the music of the Hawthorns. You get a lot in 8 songs, and like I said, I have a feeling seeing these 8 songs, probably more, on stage live would probably be a pretty kick-ass event. Now, I might be confined to the studio for who knows how long, but at least somebody out there gets to see these guys live, and very soon. They have their CD release party happening March 14th. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go and pack my sleeping bag and find a way to these kick-ass musicians. But for now, we've got some kick-ass musicians right here on our show. So go check out the Hawthorns music. If you're in town where they're playing, go see them live. CD release party, March 14th. We'll have a link for you at the end of the show so you can get all the details on what's happening with the Hawthorns. But let's get back to the kick-ass musicians we know right here, right now, with Swami Lushbeard on SBS Live this week. Now, Don, I was picking on you specifically for the spoken word challenge that I threw out there because I know that you understand the power of words and the power of the internet, music, and the ability for all of these things combined to really unite us all. I get that. I know that you get it too. So let's suppose for a second we win this battle, somehow, some way. Let's suppose that the creative mind somehow gained control of our planet, and rather than politics being the dominant force, art and music were. First of all, would that make for an ideal planet? And I guess second, a day in your life on that planet, what would it look like? Because obviously the world could be completely different, man.
Oh, Jared, wouldn't that be fucking great? You know, if everyone could sit around and create all the time, you know, how different that would be, you know, I don't know, you know, it just seems like one man's idea of creativity is not always the same as the next. Most truly creative people I know, artists, you know, are busy in their art. You know, they're not advertising, you know, who they want the world to think they are. You know, they show that through their work, and I really appreciate that. So, you know, if there's no politicians, you know, no other worldly clamors that get in the way of all this stuff, would it be different? I don't know. Personally, for me, I think that all great art comes out of a struggle, you know, and without that contrast, without that oppression, without something on the other side that's trying to get in the way of that, I don't think that the art rises up to it, you know. And I think much in the same way that if you don't have something that you're like, well, you said it yourself, you know, at war against, then, you know, is it all worth it, you know, and will your art rise up to that? So I don't know where Swami Lushbeard fits in with all that. We're just trying to be honest, you know. We're writing songs that come from our heart, you know, and come from our experience, you know, and hopefully that connects with somebody, you know, because that's what it's about, you know, making a connection.
We'll take a quick break from the music and information from Swami Lushbeard and bring you a new video from our good old boys in the blue collar conglomeration. Take a look.
place near Texas brought tears to my eyes. No cream for my coffee and a gator to flies. Hamburger steak was wrapped in paper, couldn't cut it with a fork. I thought to myself as I tried to chew, it's a far cry from New York. Place near Memphis brought tears to my eyes. No cream for my coffee, they had a zapper for the flies. The spread they brought me for my grits came from a weed, not from a can. I thought to myself as I choked them down, I wish I was in New York now. Place near Little Rock brought tears to my eyes. No cream for my coffee, and I'm telling you no lies. They love Marty Robbins, it's me that they hate. As soon as I put down my fork, they showed me the gate. It was a little place near Hope, tears to my eyes. No cream for my coffee and a screen door for the flies. I could smoke at my table, but I didn't have to inhale. I thought to myself as I tried to breathe, I guess it's time to bail. It was a little place in Arkansas, tears to my eyes. No cream for my coffee, and I was not a bit surprised. The scrambled eggs had shells inside, the toast was day-old bread. The Missouri line's just a mile away, I chuckled as I
Gigantic thank you to Matt, Dre, Ian, Don, all of you in Swami Lushbeard, Henry behind the camera. You guys have done amazing things on your side and definitely shown us a great look at things to come. Cannot wait to show you part 2. It only gets better with Swami Lushbeard. Lots of stuff to come. Just amazing things to see. I mean, really, the amount of heart and dedication that they put into their music and into the work that they've done in this interview truly shows on screen. I'm sure every one of you sees it. Also want to thank the Hawthorns for being a part of the show through the review, as well as Udavis. Just awesome stuff by these guys, and great music to check out. And we can't forget the Blue Collar Conglomeration. Thank you guys very much for the video and the opportunity to learn about what you do as well. Next time on the show, we'll show you a ton more Swami Lushbeard, as well as a feature spotlight on a brand new upcoming artist, and we'll show you a little bit of a hint as to the package that I had sent Swami Lushbeard in the mail. We'll kind of give you a little bit of insight as to what the contents might have been. So, lots to come. Stick around for part 2, and we'll see you soon on SBS Live this week.
So the love's alive, but the feeling's dead. Paraphrasing all the things I wish you would say. I'm paraphrasing all the things I wish you would say. Why couldn't it be everything we thought you would be? Perhaps it's because it's just not what you intend. Slip resistance. Slip resistance. the time I could put it, whatever it will take to put it all back right. Slip resistant. Oh, slip resistant. Slip resistant. Slip resistant.